Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner and psychic for over 35. This video is love, lust, and red flags for my fire sign. So if you're a fire sign, stick around. We're going to be looking at the climate, the astrology, and we're going to be looking at what to wear with the tarot cards. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks so much for being here. We are going to bring up that card view. And Aries, you are first up. My daughter is an Aries. They are spicy and fine. So who's coming in for you, Aries? What is going on in terms of love, lust, and red flags? What's coming in for you? We've got the Six of Coins. So someone is going to ask you out on a date, see if you want to come along, if you can, baby doll. So biggest opportunity with them could be hot and sexy times. We got that wand there. You know what the wand means. It's not just a wand. And what is your biggest red flag here? Is 10 of Coins. Someone who presents as someone who has it all together. They may not necessarily have it all together. So a little bit of advice there. I want you to make sure you don't fall in love really quickly because this one may not be able to provide. What is one piece of dating advice for you here? Two of Swords. You can always turn away from the situation. You don't have to stay in it. You can date a couple of days and then go on your merry way. Super, super easy. Want to remind you guys tonight, 9 o'clock East Coast time, I will be live with the Varnosphere where we are going to be reading actual questions from you guys. You can send them in, but we've got a huge list ahead of you. We're going to talk about what's hot, what's not, who's good, who's bad, and then we're going to read some questions from your chat. But for right now, let's get back to Leo. Leo. Dated a couple of Leos. They are very interesting for Cancers to date. Let's put it that way. Not in a good way. So Leo, who's coming in for you here? Look, the Wheel of Fortune. Leos, you guys step out, you show off, you walk into a room and everybody knows you're there. All eyes on you. This is going to be the summer for you. You're going to be able to pad your Rolodex or your contacts in your phone. What is your biggest opportunity? Your biggest opportunity is that 7 of Coins, to not go back in time. So if you're feeling the urge to go back to an old former love, don't do it. Don't do it. What's going to happen is there's going to be a whole conveyor belt of new loves on their way. Biggest red flag for you is the Knight of Coins. Don't try and plant any seeds, literal seeds. Don't try and, skate around the prophylactic devices here because you may get yourself into a situation that you can't get out of. So you may wind up in a more permanent relationship than you'd like. One piece of dating advice for you guys. Do you really take advice, Leos? Come on, do you? Piece of dating advice. We've got the 4 of Swords. Get out there, get her done. That means have some fun in the sun. Summer is kicking off, guys. So the Leos are going to be out and about on the veldt. They're going to be looking for trouble. They're going to be looking for love, not necessarily in the wrong places, but they might be looking for love with some of you that are interested. Now, Leo, if you encounter a Leo, I'm going to add this in. If you encounter a Leo, be careful because they're less inclined to have sustained relationships for the summer season. So I want you just to be careful. Those summer flings are truly going to stay summer flings. Let's see what's going on with my Sagittarius. One of my favorite cousins is a Sagittarius. They are very practical in love sometimes. So who's coming in for Sag? Sag, look at that. We've got some 8 of Cups. So we got a little bit of come and go here. And I don't mean it in the sexy, suggestive way. A lot of Sagittarius are going to be walking away from situations that don't necessarily serve them or don't necessarily turn them on. So when I get the 8 of Cups, I always tell people this is walking away from meh and taking a chance and seeing if you can get into something that is a little more dynamic and exciting. So Sagittarius, you guys are probably going to be looking for the adventure that doesn't have a designated outcome. what is the biggest opportunity we have coming toward us is new beginnings. So if you are walking away or thinking about breaking up, new beginnings are going to be their biggest red flag for you. Page of Wands, those that come in and go, hey, baby, those are good dancers. If they're going to bachata you across the floor, be warned, you might get the illusion that this is a great thing. One piece of dating relationship advice, 8 of Swords. Sometimes we get stuck in these situations. We get stuck in ways of thinking because we have an archetype of the person that we want to be with. And we sometimes get stuck on that when that archetype isn't necessarily working for us. So be sure that you navigate that. So I'm just going to go back for 1 second. And anyone who encounters an Aries this year, what is your best advice? If you go down to the beach club, go down to the pool, and you run into an Aries, what is your best bet? Date any sign, hanging out with them. Just, they're going to be a little hard to handle this summer. 10 of Wands, they're going to be slippery. They're going to be running out and doing their own thing and not necessarily catering to you. So if you want to have a sweet, nice little romance with an Aries this summer, it's going to be a little bit tricky. They're going to be on the move. What about Sagittarius? If you encounter Sagittarius, you fall in love, the star. You got to wait it out a little bit longer. I would give them until after the summer and see how serious they are going to be with you. So guys, that is it. That's our Starcast just for those fire signs. But stick around because I'm going to have some more of these for the rest of you. They're going to be sprinkled in with my other production videos. So I'm back to making production. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in the future.